Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Wish Wednesday! Alright, if you're new here, my name is Claire and this channel is all about mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. So if you're into any of that, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And it's Wednesday, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back, then you know it is the day of the week where I test out something I got on wish.com, and today you're in luck because I'm doing a whole haul. I have a ton of items today, and these are actually baby and toddler items. My most popular video I have ever uploaded to YouTube was my very first Wish. It wasn't even a Wish Wednesday. I hadn't even started Wish Wednesdays yet. It was my very first Wish review of baby and toddler items. By far my most popular video, and I've had multiple requests to do another one. So of course it took ages for all of the different pieces from Wish to get here, but today we have a complete haul of baby and toddler items. Now my children, my oldest is 3, his name is Fox, and my youngest is 16 months, Desmond. So the things that I'm testing out are for a little bit different age groups than the first time. So I think that will be kind of helpful. So I'm gonna follow the same format as I did with my first video. I will leave a link to it down below in case you wanna check it out because it's pretty good. So I'm gonna quickly just show you each thing I got here. And then I'm going to put some footage in of me testing each of these things out with the kids. And then I will give you my final thoughts on them. So, all right, the first thing we have, oh, these are so cute, aren't they? Look at these little teeny underwear. Now, my last time I did kids and toddler things, my oldest wasn't potty trained, but he is now. So I thought getting a little pair of these would be cute. They're really stretchy and spandexy. They look a little small, it said 2 to 3 years. I mean, they'll fit him. They don't have any sort of absorbing inside, so he can't even have a teeny weeny accident in there, you know? So we'll see, but they are Spider-Man. I thought they were cute. And these were $1, so we'll see how those go. Next, let's see what's in here. Oh, the shower cap. It's like a thing when you're giving your baby a bath that goes on their head so that water doesn't get in their eyes, and some people might be like, well, that's really stupid, but I have a baby that hates taking baths. My 16-month-old Desmond hates baths, hates water, hates all of it, hates water on his face and in his eyes. So I thought this actually might be something we could use. And this cost $1 whopping. All right, let's see what we got in this one. Ooh, a bubble gun. Now, it's starting to get a little colder, so I wish all this would have come when the kids were outside playing, but basically it's supposed to be just a gun that shoots bubbles. And this cost $1, and we'll see if that works. Okay, next we have 2 items that are very similar because my boys now are old enough to realize when one gets something and the other doesn't, it's a problem. So I bought them each one of these. These are little dinosaur monster trucks. I thought they were super cute. They had sorry. They had a ton of different dinosaurs that you could choose from. So we got a Triceratops and a T-Rex. So, see, they're really cute, right? So we'll see, how they hold up. They seem pretty hardy. And these were $1 each. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh. I don't want to cause any controversy with this item, but it's a child leash. Okay, not quite. It's not like the harness backpack. This one is just one that goes around your wrist and your child's wrist. Oh, Fox is gonna hate this. He's not really a super naughty kid, but every once in a while he gets real crazy when we're somewhere. And this past summer we were at this festival and he was just running from me and my husband. He would just look at me and go, "You can't catch me," and bolt just into thin air. And I'm thinking, I'm getting you a leash, child. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those moms back in the day. If I saw a kid on a leash, I would be like, oh my goodness, why is your child on a leash? I was full of judgment until I had a runner. And you know what? I hate to say it, but Harambe would still be alive if that child had been on a leash. So save your judgment. Some kids just need a leash, okay? And the best part about it is that this leash was free. All right, next we have this little mini Aqua Doodle, which is like a thing like your kids can do like art on. You're supposed to be able to like draw with like water on it, and then when it dries, it's gone, so you can just use it over and over. This one is like really small. I don't think I've ever seen an Aqua Doodle so tiny. They did have several size options, but this was $3, and I wanted to see if this one worked before I like went ahead and got like a big one. So this will be easy to test out and perfect for my littlest one. And lastly, this is a container, which probably isn't like specifically just for babies and toddlers, but Fox is getting to the point where he wants to do everything himself. He wants to pour his own cereal in the morning. So I thought this would be a really excellent test for him. There was a couple colors, and I got one in pink, and it's just got this, okay, yeah, it's got a lid that's like a measuring cup. So we are going to see if my 3-year-old can pour himself a bowl of cereal. I remember having like this style like when I was a kid, so yeah, we'll see if it works. And I only paid $1 for it, so should be good, I hope. All right, so those are the items I got in my haul, and please enjoy all this footage of my family using it. Okay, first I'm going to start with the like bathing like head shield. And I know that this seems like really stupid and like not a thing that I should like, but I totally liked it. He didn't keep it on for like the whole bath. Like he wanted to take it off and put it on and take it off. And it ended up being sort of more of a bath toy by the end of it, but he definitely appreciated not getting the water in his eyes, and it did work exactly like it was supposed to. Nothing leaked on his face. It totally worked. So while it's probably pretty frivolous for most people, for my child, this worked and I'm happy I have it. It's still wet. I just used it for their bath like, you know, half an hour ago. So I'm into it. All right, let's talk about this bubble gun. Now, I did think that this was pretty cool, but it's not like what I expected. I thought that you would be like filling the handle up with like bubble liquid to like shoot, instead of having to like put like solution on it every time. So I was a little disappointed in how it functioned. But a cool thing I didn't realize when I bought it is that it actually lights up. Every time you press it, it's got a little LED that goes around. It's like, it's pretty cool. I mean, Fox was into it. He liked it. It's, I mean, obviously like a really cheap toy. It's probably not gonna last forever. But honestly, I think, you know, it worked for us and I think it's pretty cool. So I think that was a win too. Okay, next we're gonna talk about the Aqua Doodle. Now, this worked pretty well. Fox and Desmond both had a go on it. I think it would be better if I had a larger one because I could do both of them at the same time. But it's just like so light and flimsy that they had a hard time like writing on it. It was kind of like floating all over the table. And I know like the more name brand sort of, like Aqua Doodle brand one, like it doesn't have like that back. Like it's more like a mat that actually like stays there. So I think I would like that better. I don't think I'm gonna go back and get a bigger one of these. It did, you know, work. It did do what it said it would. The little design lasts for about 4 or 5 minutes and it dried and it was gone. So it did technically function. I just like wasn't that impressed, I guess. Okay, next I'm going to talk about these dinosaur like monster trucks. I was actually really impressed with how well these held up. If you have a kid that's like really into like cars and trucks, and like both of mine totally are into anything with wheels, then you know that like not all wheeled toys are created equally. I have like some from Dollar Tree that like break right away. Like the way that they're made, I don't know how. Somehow the way they're put together, it doesn't work. Sometimes I get some that like are like better made. Like you can tell if you're like a car mom, you know which ones are gonna last and which ones are not. And these are really like well made, well put together. There's no pieces like coming off. I can't bend it easily. These I think probably are a little better than the ones you get at the dollar store. I think these are actually a pretty good find. I mean, I don't think they're worth more than what I like paid for them. Like I wouldn't pay more than that for them, but I do think it's like a pretty quality toy, like especially coming from Wish. So I was impressed with the dinosaurs. All right, next we're gonna talk about the cereal container. Fox was so into this. He like wakes up in the morning and he wants to pour his own cereal. Like it's a thing now. And it's funny because he doesn't want me to like pour it or touch it, but like I have to be watching him. Like he makes sure that I can see him like doing it himself. It's like so cute. So I think that this is really cool. And I think like if you've got a child that's really, you know, 2, 3, 4, right in that time where they're really like starting to declare their independence, I think something like this would be like a really good idea. So yeah, I would recommend this. All right, you guys, the last thing, the leash. Now, I so wanted to get this and be like, oh, it's cheap and it doesn't work and I don't need a leash anyway, but what I found is that it's actually made really, really well. It's got a lot of weight to it. Inside there is like a metal cord, and these, both of them fit on an adult wrist or a child's wrist. And honestly, Fox didn't mind it at all. I think like in terms of child leashes, it's a fairly low-key leash. I feel like it doesn't make your child feel super restricted because like it's on both of your wrists. It's not like you're holding a leash and it's on like his back or something, you know, like it's like pretty equal, so I think like he was cool with it. I think he thought it was like pretty funny, like that we were walking connected. I'm not sure in like a real setting, if we were somewhere where he was really stimulated, I'm not sure if he would like freak out and try to pull away. But the way he reacts to a leash has nothing to do with like how the leash functions or how it's made. And it's made really well. It functioned perfectly. And the stretch on it is really long, so you're not, you know, like this far away from your child the entire time. So I'm not gonna lie, I think this was a win, and I probably won't use it all the time, but it's something that's nice to have in the diaper bag just in case, and I can whip it out and be like, Fox, if you're gonna be a turd, then I'm gonna strap you to my hand. Is that what you want? You know if you're that kind of mom. Alright you guys, so I'm sitting here editing this video and I realized I forgot to talk about the underwear, and that's because I didn't like have it with me, and I also like obviously didn't shoot any footage of my child in his underwear because like that's inappropriate. But I did really like the underwear. They fit him really well. They were in a size 2 to 3 years, and Fox just turned 3, but they had a lot of stretch to them, so I think they would fit like most children in that age group. The material was really like stretchy and soft. I did put them in the washing machine, and nothing like weird happened to them, I guess. They did not have a lot of padding, and I was a little worried about that. When he did like tinkle a little bit, it did go right through to his pants, so he needed new pants and new underwear. So that's something to definitely consider depending on kind of where your child is at in their potty training journey. But it's not the underwear's fault, it just might not be the best fit for Fox at this point in time. But I thought they were like really darling, and he only has like tighty whities, so this was like a really funny little, because they're like, you know, little shorts. I think they just looked so funny on his little butt. So, you know, I would say that those were a win too. I did really like the little Spider-Man undies. Alright you guys, that was my little baby toddler haul from Wish. Definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite thing was. Let me know how you feel about baby leashes. And of course, make sure you check out my first baby and toddler video, because the items in there are like totally different from these because my kids were a lot younger. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do post new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to have you. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!